Fall 2003. A dorm room at Stanford University. 19-year-old Elizabeth Holmes stared at her notebook. Her hand gripped the pen tightly. Since childhood, she had been terrified of needles. That pain when they pierce your arm at the hospital. But now, that fear was about to transform into an idea. What if blood tests could be done without needles? That question changed her life. December 2003. Holmes left Stanford. Everyone around her was shocked. Why abandon an elite university? But she saw something they couldn't see. The future. A basement in Palo Alto. Piles of cardboard boxes and blueprints. That was the beginning of Theranos. The initial company name was Real-Time Cures, later changed to Theranos. Holmes painted a captivating vision. Theranos explained to investors, a fingertip prick can test for numerous conditions. No pain, dramatically cheaper than conventional methods. The investors held their breath. If this were true, the entire healthcare industry would change. The clinical testing market was massive, estimated at tens of billions of dollars. Holmes worshipped Steve Jobs. She wore the same black turtleneck as Jobs. She played the same visionary as Jobs. And the investors believed it. From 2010 onward, Theranos recruited political heavyweights. The board of directors was stunning. In 2011, former Secretary of State George Shultz joined. Next came former Secretary of State Henry Kissinger. In 2013, former Secretary of Defense James Mattis joined the board. Among the investors, media mogul Rupert Murdoch. The Walton family, founders of Walmart. Theranos raised approximately $700 million in total funding. 2013. Theranos' valuation reached $9 billion. Holmes' personal wealth was estimated at $4.5 billion. She became the world's youngest female billionaire. In 2014, Forbes featured her prominently, called her the next Steve Jobs. 2013. Theranos partnered with Walgreens. Testing centers were established inside Walgreens stores, primarily in Arizona. Customers only needed a fingertip blood sample. Minimal pain. Low cost. The revolution seemed to have begun. But behind the scenes, something was happening. Theranos' revolutionary device, Edison. It didn't perform as advertised with stable operation. According to later reports by the Wall Street Journal, many tests relied on commercial equipment. Technicians diluted the blood, tested it on existing devices. There were serious deficiencies in testing procedures, quality control, and results reporting. Customers sometimes didn't receive accurate results. False positives on cancer tests. Misdiagnoses on pregnancy tests. People's health was being endangered. Fall 2014. Former Theranos employees, Tyler Schultz and Erica Chung. Tyler carried his grandfather's name, former Secretary of State George Shultz, a Theranos board member. But Tyler made a decision. I must reveal the truth. His hands were trembling. He would be betraying his grandfather. But lives were at stake. Erica Chung also took a courageous step. Her report to regulators would trigger later inspections. October 15, 2015. The Wall Street Journal. Reporter John Carreyrou published an exposé. Hot startup Theranos has struggled with its blood test technology. Testimony from whistleblowers. Evidence of technical problems. Edison's failure. Everything came to light. Holmes fought back. The Wall Street Journal article is wrong. Our technology works. But the doubts didn't disappear. 2016. Federal authorities, CMS, entered Theranos facilities. The findings were devastating. Severe lack of testing accuracy. Immediate danger to patient health and safety. CMS imposed harsh sanctions on laboratory operations for CLIA violations. The revocation of certification, a 2-year ban on ownership and operation. July 2016. Walgreens terminated the partnership. All testing centers were closed. The revolution was an illusion. June 15, 2018. The U.S. Department of Justice indicted Holmes and her right-hand man and former boyfriend, Ramesh Sunny Balwani. The charges: fraud, deceiving investors, endangering patients, Each indicted count carried a maximum sentence, with fraud charges explained as up to 20 years per count. Fall 2021. San Jose Federal Court. Elizabeth Holmes's trial began. The entire nation watched. How would she defend herself? January 3, 2022. The jury read the verdict. Guilty. Guilty on 4 counts of fraud related to investors. Meanwhile, some patient-related counts resulted in not guilty verdicts, while others ended in hung jury. July 2022. Her accomplice, Sunny Balwani, was also sentenced. As Holmes's right-hand man, he allegedly orchestrated a culture of fear and concealed wrongdoing. Guilty on multiple fraud counts. November 18, 2022. The judge announced the sentence. For Holmes, 11 years and 3 months in prison. December 2022. Balwani received a sentence of approximately 13 years, heavier than Holmes's. The $9 billion company vanished. The youngest female billionaire became a prisoner. April 2023. Balwani began serving his sentence in federal prison. May 30, 2023. Holmes began serving at FPC Bryan, a federal prison camp in Texas. Her initial sentence was 11 years and 3 months, but under federal guidelines, approximately 2 years have been reduced. The $9 billion dream was over. So what can we learn from this story? First, distinguishing vision from reality. Holmes painted a captivating vision. But the technology didn't exist. The investors became intoxicated by the vision. They didn't verify the technology. Kissinger, Mattis, Schultz. They were experts in diplomacy and military affairs. But they weren't experts in blood testing. Their prestige blinded other investors into faith. Second, the absence of transparency. Theranos was extremely secretive. Technical details were never disclosed to anyone. The words "trade secret" concealed everything. Where transparency is absent, fraud flourishes. Third, the courage of whistleblowers. Tyler Schultz betrayed his grandfather. Erica Chung reported to regulators. But they chose truth. Without whistleblowers, the truth would never have come to light. Silicon Valley's greatest scandal. Charisma paralyzed reason. Finally, I want to ask you, on the path to success, when you lose integrity, what remains? If you were an investor, what would you have verified? If you were inside the company, would you have had the courage to speak the truth? Share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for joining me on this journey. The story of Theranos challenges us to examine the boundary between vision and reality. On this channel, we extract strategic wisdom from history's giants and corporate successes and failures, wisdom you can apply to your own life. Next time, let's explore the lessons history has left us together. Subscribe and hit the like button to continue this journey. Until next time,